I only came into adult community education about 9 years ago, and it has been quite a steep learning curve for me, and I was greatly helped by the fact that I could access the services and the support of AONTAS.
From my point of view, I didn't think there was an adult education service available before I went back to education myself, and I think Berni and her staff in AONTAS has actually put it on the map and let people know about it.
The thing that I find has really helped me, and which I see really progressing in AONTAS, is the development of the strategic plan and the working out of it. Berni and her staff have really put an awful lot of effort into honouring that plan. The three main areas of the plan focused on giving voice to the learners and giving voice to the providers, asking what is community education, what does it do, what are its outcomes, and how do we make it known. That's a very big undertaking for any organisation, and I think very few could fulfil a strategic plan so well in that number of years.
The biggest challenge facing any of us in responding to the needs of any adult learners is identifying those needs, and they have become immensely complex, particularly over the last 4 or 5 years, when all of us, with reduced budgets, reduced capacity, have to meet increased demand. Coming through that, the way AONTAS has, is a tribute to Berni and the leadership she has shown in the sector, not just in the last 5 or 6 years, but over the last number of decades.
I can say that we have to be really, really proud of ourselves in Ireland, the work that has been done through Berni's time, in particular with the learner's voice, the way we're now treated by government, and also we're going to have the first ever Adult Learners Forum next February, and that is something that really we should template and give out to other European countries, because it's the first ever that's going to be held. We're going to have learners and their input, and we're actually asking learners what do they want from their education.
Berni brought the learner right into the centre. The learner matters most. The delivery of community education is about delivering what the learner needs for life. So in order to give the learner visibility, not only has she brought learners into our community education network meetings to talk about it, but she has arranged large meetings with other agencies so that they will actually see what the learners' needs are.
Berni has been, I suppose, both an inspirational but also a dogged leader, and I mean that in the best way possible. Right? Her determination, her single-mindedness comes across in the way she has led AONTAS.
If the powers that be could recognise that education is not all about getting a job, that it's much more than that. It's that we are a society and not an economy, and so many people just want to go back to education for their own personal development and their own personal reasons and enjoyment, and that education can be fun, that it's not all about ticking a box and getting a job.
Working collaboratively is the way forward. Probably doing more. Some people say do more with less. We want to talk about doing more with more.
Going forward into the future, I also have great dreams. I have great hope for community education. I think working with Berni and her team has helped me to have hope, because they've been so successful in the past in any lobbying that they have done.
Berni Brady and I go back a long way together. She has been in service perhaps longer than I have, and I have been here for 19 years. And I've seen, I suppose, we have a very good relationship over that period of time, and a great understanding of what we're trying to achieve together. And for each of us, it was an uphill battle, it was a struggle. She is probably further along the road now at her stage. She can look back certainly with a great sense of pride of what she has achieved. As she sails into the sunset, I'd like to wish her well. She won't be forgotten.